Today we'll make a magic keyboard that can do anything just by the press of a key. You imagine it does it, although it doesn't read your mind. What you'll need to make this keyboard? First of all, a Windows machine. Although similar thing can be done for Mac as well, but the focus of this video will be something that can be done on a Windows machine. Second thing you'll need is an idea of what exactly do you want a key to do. When you press a key on your keyboard, what exactly do you want it to do? Third thing, key selection. Which key do you want to press on your keyboard to make this thing? So just for the simple demonstration for this video, let's just take the idea of opening Spotify when I press a key on my keyboard, and let's select the delete key for this action. Right? Simple idea, open Spotify, key, delete key. When I press delete key, open Spotify. Simple. Next piece of thing that you need is AutoHotkey. AutoHotkey is basically a software that helps you automate stuff by giving shortcuts on your keyboard. For example, when you press Control 1, what do you want your computer to do? Fifth thing that you need for this is HID macros. It's again a software which takes those shortcut keys and map those to keys on your keyboard. Now, this might be a bit confusing, but let's do it and then let me know if you are still confused. So to get AutoHotkey set up, just search for AutoHotkey. Go to autohotkey.com. Click download. Click download v2.0 and it will be downloaded on your machine. Next, for HID macros, go to hidmacros.eu, click on that, click on downloads, click on version 2.3. That will be downloaded in your machine as well. Here we go. Let's set up AutoHotkey. I have already installed it, but to set this up, just double click on it, install it. Simple. Done. As simple as that. For HID macros, extract everything from this zip file. This folder will pop up. Now to test if HID macros is working for you or not, if you double click on hidmacros.exe, I don't think it will work. Yeah, it shows an error because you need to run this as a administrator. So shift right click, run as administrator. Yes, and this will be done. So both the pieces of software are now set up on your machine. Let's just organize it to make it a bit simpler and easier on eyes. I just like to organize everything. I have OCD. I am sorry. I'll cut this and paste this in a folder called macros. Just easier on my eyes. Done. Setup done. Let's just program our first piece of macro. Don't be intimidated when I say program. It's just 2 lines that you don't even have to remember. So right click on the empty space, new AutoHotkey script. Name it whatever you want. I'll name it test. Select minimal for v2.0 because we downloaded v2.0. Create. Test.ahk will be created. Now to edit it, right click on it, edit in Notepad, and this will open up. This code part will not open up. It will show something else for you. This is just for demonstration purpose that I have already written. So let me just explain what I have written. So I have made 2 actions over here. First one, let's go right. Let's just read it like English. It's basic English. You can also read it once you know it. You don't need to memorize it. Just try to understand what's happening over here. So here, upwards arrow and 1. This means control. Control is written like upwards arrow in this language. So upward arrow 1 is telling the machine when I press control and 1 at the same time, what to do next. This says that when this happens, do this. So this is the action sort of symbol, as the folks say. This is the action symbol. Okay, not the technical term for it, but I like to call it. So what happens when I press Control and 1 at the same time? Run Google Chrome, open a new window on it, which is a tab. So when nothing is open, it's a window. When a window is already open, you open a new tab. So open a new window and go to this URL. So it's like you doing this, https://spotify.com. When you click on it, it will open Spotify. Same thing in code we are writing. So run Chrome, new window, and Spotify. Return is basically saying ki now you're done. Go back to your original state. Do whatever computer stuff that you guys do. Done. This is a comment line after which the computer will ignore everything that you write in this line. So this is just a divider that I like to use between code. So this is my first action. This is my second action. We'll come to the second action later. First, let's click Control S to save this and close this. We have saved it. Now let's just run it. Double click on it to run. Now to test if this is working, as you know, we gave our code the shortcut of Control 1. So when I press Control and 1, voila, Spotify opens. Now we don't want to do finger yoga all day long or remember what was assigned to Control 1, what was assigned to Control 2, right? So let's just assign this shortcut a button. For that, we need to open HID macros, shift right click, run as administrator, open this. Now let's assign this the macro that we just made. So new, let's name this macro, open Spotify. This is just a name, doesn't matter what you write over here. Spotify scan. As you know, we decided, majority of us decided, this is a democracy, I'm kidding, I decided to use delete key. So scan this and press delete key over here. What do you want to do when you press delete key? So check send keyboard sequence. What this is telling it is when I press a delete key on my keyboard, then do this. Send a sequence of keys to your keyboard. What sequence do I want it to send? It is Control and 1. When you press delete, send Control 1. Simple. Save config, compile all, minimize it. Minimizing it is very important. It will not work if you don't minimize it. Now, if I press the delete key, Spotify opens. Voila, simple. The magic happened. But this is a very simple thing. You can use this as well, but you can do way more than this. What do I mean by that? Let's make a little bit more complicated task. Okay, so I wrote this. So let's say you open your laptop or PC every day and you want specific windows open at specific positions in your screen before you start. So let's say I want Spotify on the top right of my screen, I want Discord on bottom right on my screen, and I want VS Code on the entire left side of my screen. So if I want to do that manually, what do I have to do? So every day I need to come over here. I need to, let's say, open Spotify, then place it over here. Then I have to open Discord, place it over here, and then I have to open VS Code and place it over here, right? Too many things. And what if you have to open 10 more tabs on Google Chrome or 5 more applications for your work. You have multiple screens, or you just want them open when so you don't have to wait for them to load when you need them. So how do I write this in a code? Simple. When I press Control and 2, do this. First of all, open Spotify. Run Chrome, open new window, open Spotify. Then sleep for 1 second. This is 1 second. What it will do is it will give Chrome some time to load. Then run Discord. This is the location for Discord on my computer. It will not be the same on your computer. So to find the location on your computer, right click on Discord and open file location. Wherever it opens, shift right click, copy as path, and then paste it over here. Simple. Sleep for 1 second. Again, let Discord open and load for a bit. Then open VS Code. Run VS Code location, sleep for 1 second. Then adjust it on your screen. This is what I came up with. These are a set of shortcut keys. So when all these are done, send, press left window and left key and release left window. Sleep for half a second. Then press enter. Then sleep for again half a second. Then press this, then sleep, then enter, then sleep, then escape. How did I come up with this? With a lot of tinkering and experimentation. This is what works for me. You can change these values to make it a bit faster, but it might get a bit unreliable. So you can tinker with these timings as you like. Okay, this is done. Any part of code that you don't understand, just let me know in comments. I'll help you understand it. Again, simple. Control S to save this, close. Now let's run this file again. An older instance of script is already running. Replace this with this instance. Yes, because we made some changes. In your case, you made some changes. In my case, it will be the same. So always yes. We did that. Now let's see if this works. So when I press Control and 2, does this work? It opens Spotify, it opens Discord, it opened VS Code, and it placed everything in the correct spot. Simple, does everything for me. Now this is as much as I am gonna teach you in this video, or else this will be very long and you'll say, oh, I got bored. Blah 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 blah. I don't wanna overburden you with a lot of knowledge. So what I did was I have made a lot of macros that I currently use on my keyboard. I have main thing. This HID macro software, it recognizes which keyboard are you pressing the key from. So when I scan it and I press F on my primary keyboard, it says keyboard 1 and F. But when I scan it again and I press F on my secondary keyboard, it will recognize that keyboard 2 was used to press F. So you don't really need to be worried for the keys of the secondary keyboard that you assign, that it will ruin my primary keyboard. You can take a look at the keyboard that I'm using right now. All the keys I have assigned, I cannot use those keys on that keyboard for my normal use. I can use the same keys on my primary keyboard. So if you have a lot of shortcuts, just connect another keyboard or gamepad to your laptop or PC and just use that as a shortcut keyboard. Simple. Now I have a lot of shortcuts that I have already made. Shortcuts, macros, magic, abracadabra, whatever you want to call it. I'll link this in the description. Go through it, see whatever you like, or if you want to try something else, just go ahead and try it. Take help of ChatGPT. It understands the language of AutoHotkey, so write it with the help of that. A piece of note that you might want to know is ChatGPT doesn't always give correct code, so you need to know what's happening in the script to make the small corrections to the ChatGPT script to make this thing work. Okay, a small note, you don't always have to open your computer and click on this and set up HID macros every time. You can do that automatically. Just copy this and copy your HID macros file into your startup directory. You can go to that by pressing Windows plus R and writing shell common startup. This will be your startup directory. Paste the shortcuts for these files over there, and this will work for you every time you switch on your PC. You don't have to open the macros file or the HID macros file. It will just work without setup. Now you can try it with your code, your need, whatever you like. Just try it. If you are not able to do it, write it in comments. I'll help you out. Happy coding. Bye bye. Chill maro.